A final curtain call. Tony Todd departs. The world of horror is a little dimmer, a little quieter. We lost one of our own, a giant among us. Tony Todd, the man who embodied fear itself for so many, has passed away at 69. His booming voice, once a harbinger of terror on screen, is now silent. But his legacy? That will echo through generations. He was and always will be Candyman. Tony Todd wasn't just an actor, he was an experience. He commanded the screen. He understood the power of silence, the weight of a look. He didn't need cheap jump scares. He could terrify you just by being. His passing is a profound loss, not just for the horror community, but for anyone who appreciates true artistry. He was a chameleon, disappearing into roles that spanned genres and mediums. But it was in the shadows, in the darkness, where he truly shone. Tony Todd and horror, two words synonymous with fear. He wasn't afraid to delve into the darkness, to explore the depths of human depravity, and he did it with a gravitas, a presence that few could match. He burst onto the scene, a force of nature, in Candyman. The role was tailor-made for him. He wasn't just playing a monster, he was embodying a legend, a tragic figure born from pain and injustice.
But his horrorism doesn't end there. He haunted our dreams in The Crow, chilled us to the bone in The Rock, and cheated death time and time again in the Final Destination franchise. With each role, he cemented his place as a horror icon. His performances weren't just about blood and guts. There was an intelligence, a depth to his characters. He understood that the best horror gets under your skin, makes you think even after the credits roll. And Tony Todd? He was a master at that.
Candyman wasn't just a horror film, it was a mirror reflecting the ugliness of our society back at us. It tackled racism, poverty, and urban decay head-on. And at the center of it all was Tony Todd.
He brought a depth, a humanity to Candyman. He wasn't just a monster, he was a victim, a product of hate and violence. His pain was palpable, his rage understandable. He made you question who the real monsters were.
His performance sparked conversations, challenged perspectives. It forced us to confront uncomfortable truths about our world. And that's the power of great art. It has the ability to entertain and enlighten, to scare us and make us think. Tony Todd understood that power, and he wielded it brilliantly. Section 4, a diverse career from stage to voice acting. Tony Todd's talent couldn't be confined to one genre. He was a chameleon, slipping seamlessly from horror to drama, from film to television. He graced the stage with his presence, captivating audiences with his powerful performances. He brought his intensity and gravitas to roles in Platoon and The Rock. He showed his comedic timing in Chuck. He even lent his iconic voice to animation, becoming a part of childhoods in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen and the video game Spider-Man 2. His voice was as recognizable as his face, deep, resonant, commanding. It could soothe you or send chills down your spine. He knew how to use it, how to make it an instrument of fear or reassurance. He was a true master of his craft. He was a constant presence on our screens, a familiar face that brought comfort and excitement. He was a reminder that true talent transcends genres and mediums. He was, simply put, an icon. Section 5, Tony Todd, a legacy etched in fear and admiration. Tony Todd is gone, but he will never be forgotten. His legacy is etched in our nightmares and our hearts.
He taught us that horror can be more than just jump scares. It can be art. It can make us think. It can challenge us. He was a trailblazer, a role model for aspiring actors of color.
He proved that talent knows no bounds, that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. He was a force to be reckoned with, a true original.
The next time you hear a bee buzzing, think of Tony Todd. Remember the man who brought fear to life, who made us confront our demons. Remember his talent, his generosity, his kindness.
He will be deeply missed, but his spirit will live on through his work and the countless lives he touched. Rest in power, Mr. Todd. The horror world won't be the same without you.